Hi, this is Kat Blade from the Fat Girl Show on intellectualradio.com, and I have the honor, the pleasure, my heart is like racing, this is my childhood crush, to interview Mr. Shabba Doo-Ozone from Breakin 1 and 2. And he has returned to the Windy City, his hometown, which I did not know.
Yes.
His hometown, I did not know that. So what brings you here back home?
Well, I felt that there's so much talent here in Chicago.
Yes.
Historically, it's always been, musically, dance-wise, what have you. But I've noticed that most of the people in the world were focusing on New York or Los Angeles. And I was like, why aren't they focusing on Chicago? There's so much talent there. And, I'm from Chicago, I'm thinking. And, well, the thing is, Chicago doesn't have a face to associate within the culture, really. It's kind of like a place you go to after you go to the other ones. You know, oh, by the way, let's go to Chicago. It's a second thought, third thought. They might even think to go to Florida before Chicago. So I was thinking, well, you know what? I'm from Chicago. I think that the world should know that. And I have amassed a tremendous amount of cultural capital. And I said, I'm going to invest it in my people, you know. And I'm going to come back here and work with the different crews and organizations in Chicago and see if we can come together and unify the culture here in Chicago and be the powerful force that I know we can be.
God bless you. You know, and I'm thinking about all the violence that's been coming here in Chicago, and I'm not from here. I've been here 15 years, and the violence in the last year or two, so has been horrible. One thing I like about you, and really that you even depicted in the movies Breakin 1 and 2, is how you use dancing as a form of for youth to release their aggression and to, like, instead of like I'm going to take a gun and hit you, become a dance-off. I mean, how do you think that message still can be conveyed to this youth today with all this violence?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Absolutely. I think that ultimately, when people explode, and especially when something like violence, it's because they're not being heard. There's something they're trying to say or have been saying, and no one is paying attention.
Exactly.
Well, when you dance or sing or play a musical instrument, you have a way of expressing yourself, and people are more apt to listening to you, and you can pretty much get your message across. So I think that because of that, dancing will release a lot of tension and violence in Chicago and the world, because people will be able to express themselves. And ultimately, that's what we all want. We want to be heard. We want someone to listen to us.
Yes.
We have something to say.
Yes. Well, I am not going to take as much of your time, but I didn't know you're original soul train dancer either.
Okay. Most people, this is crazy. Most people think that I'm like 4 different people, when I'm actually the same person. I was sitting with a friend of mine, he's an old school dancer back in LA, a one-arm bandit they call him, and he said, I just realized, now I know this guy, and he said, I just realized you were one of the lockers. I was like, oh my God. Okay, I was one of the original Soul Train gang. I danced to the one in LA and the original one here in Chicago. Amazing. I'm also one of the original and founding members of the group The Lockers. I'm also the guy from Breakin 1 and 2. I'm also Ozone. And I did the big show. And I did all those tours with Madonna and started Lambada and all that. Then I'm not several people. It's the same guy doing all those things.
Well, I tell you what, you have a tour that is, when you were in the studio, you said 40 years.
Yeah, 47 years.
And I see you doing another 40 years.
Knock on wood. Bite your lip, girl.
I see you doing it forever. Like, you're so good. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to the Fat Girl Show. And you are still fine, honey. You are still fine, honey.
That's quite a compliment. You know what? That's quite a compliment, especially coming from an attractive lady such as
Kat.
And so,